Hey guys, today I'm talking about my top 12 favorite brain boosting superfoods that I consume on a regular basis. Now, these are amazing foods for your brain, and for most people, they're going to tolerate and do really well on these foods. However, there are some individuals that may have a unique food sensitivity to one of these foods. If you just don't feel good when you consume one of these, then don't consume it. It's as simple as that. There's plenty of other great foods for your brain. And it's so important that we have healthy brain. Healthy brain should allow us to think sharply and quickly. We should, for the most part, have a really good positive mood. We shouldn't be overwhelmed by anxiety or stress or feeling sad, depressed, lethargic. Those are signs of brain malfunction, right? Or a brain that's not working as well as it should. So our nutrition plays a critical role in our overall brain health. And the foods that we consume are going to help really create the energy source for our brain and create the backbone and the foundation for good brain health. So when it comes to brain health, we got to start with is good hydration. Our brain is mostly made up of fats and water, right? So water is critical. We got to stay hydrated. If you're dehydrated, you're going to have more inflammation in your brain. You're not going to be able to think as sharply and quickly and function as well. So good quality filtered water is really a foundation. And then we want to focus on a lot of healthy fats, getting those in our diet. And so a couple things that I love. Let's start with avocados. Avocados are a fantastic food for brain health. Not only do they have healthy monounsaturated fats, but they're also rich in lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin A, like different carotenoid antioxidants that are in there that really support brain health. They support vision, they support skin health. So many really good things to love about avocados. So consuming avocados. Also big fan of olive oil and olives, right? Olive oil, again, rich in vitamin E, as well as different polyphenols that are great for brain health and monounsaturated fats that are great for brain health as well. And I also like to consume not just olive oil, but also black olives. And so how do I consume these? I love to make it like a good Mediterranean salad on a regular basis that I put these in, so it tastes great that way. And same thing with the olive oil. I put that on this Mediterranean salad. Great for salads. You can also put it on meat dishes, right? If you make a steak or salmon, you can put the olive oil on afterwards. You can also marinate those things in the olive oil before you cook them and then kind of use that in the cooking process. Now, when you cook olive oil, you can certainly damage it just like any oil. But olive oil, if you get a really good quality extra virgin olive oil, it is rich in polyphenols, which help protect it against the radiation stress of the heat, right? And they also help protect the meat and reduce the amount of heterocyclic amines and things like that when you cook meat. So olive oil is great. Try to definitely get some raw olive oil or olives in your diet on a regular basis. So good for your body, so good for your brain. So those are some things that I love. Now, what else? I love pasture-raised eggs. These are rich in choline. They're rich in phosphatidylserine. These are compounds. Phospholipids are compounds that make up all the cell membranes in our body and in particular in our brain. And so choline is one of the best things for our brain. It actually is a backbone of a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is your key neurotransmitter in your hippocampus that's involved with memory formation and recall, your ability to think sharply and quickly and remember things quickly. Acetylcholine. And so we get the backbone, best nutritional source is going to be in eggs, right? So good quality pasture-raised eggs are going to be much more rich in nutrients, a lot less toxins. They don't have the pesticides and the herbicides and things like that your traditional eggs or your commercial standardized eggs do have. So looking for the pasture-raised is key. That's what we're looking for there. And then same thing with butter. Butter is so good for the brain. Lots of conjugated linoleic acid in there, lots of vitamin A, vitamin D, and omega-3 fats. And you find these omega-3 fats in your butter as well as in your eggs. And omega-3s are critical for good brain health, and saturated fat is critical for brain health. Saturated fat on the cell membrane provides structure. And we need a combination of fluidity and structure. Omega-3 fats are very fluid, which is good for hormone receptors, neurotransmitter receptors to allow them to be able to function properly, but we also need structure. So it's kind of the combination of structure and fluidity. So the combination of consuming saturated fat as well as omega-3 fats is critical for structure and fluidity on the cell membranes of all the cells of our body, and in particular in our brain. So really key there, right? And we don't want things that are real high in omega-6 fats. It's going to be your corn oil, soybean oil, safflower, cottonseed oil, peanut oil, all those processed vegetable oils, the seed oils. Those are things we really want to stay away from for the most part. Now, there's one seed oil that, you know, in small quantities is actually a good one. Well, actually a few of them: hemp seed, pumpkin seed, and flax seed in small quantities can be good. You can also do ground flax. Now, the difference between ground flax and flaxseed oil is that ground flax has lignans in there, which are types of fibers that actually help support your gut. So taking like a scoop of this, putting it in you know, whatever types of dishes that you're consuming, that can be really helpful as well for your gut and can help support your brain. Although the types of omega-3s that are in your flax are not the kind of omega-3s that your brain really needs. Your brain has to convert these small chain omega-3s, the ALA, into longer chain omega-3s, EPA and DHA. Now, your best source of the long chain omega-3s is going to be from animal sources: pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed butter, but by far the best source is going to be your wild-caught salmon, right? Wild-caught, high-quality Alaskan salmon. This is what I get right here. So good. In fact, we're going to make some of these tonight. And wild-caught salmon, something that we should be consuming, you know, really every week to get those omega-3 fats. And there's a compound that actually allows the salmon, gives the salmon the pink color. It's called astaxanthin. And astaxanthin is a really powerful antioxidant that helps buffer oxidative stress, particularly really good at protecting fat from oxidative stress. So it helps protect the brain. It helps protect the eyes, your skin, areas like that. And the salmon get the astaxanthin because they're consuming red algae. Red algae naturally is the original source of the astaxanthin. But you think about how amazing a salmon is. It can swim upstream against the current. It's like the only fish that I know of that does this. And it can jump up to 20 feet out of the water. Incredible amount of mitochondrial activity in order to produce the level of strength and power to do that. And the compounds that are most associated with helping it to do that are the omega-3 fats as well as the astaxanthin. So consuming salmon really helps confer some of those benefits over to us, helping us have better brain function, better energy, better overall physical and mental performance. So wild-caught salmon, great thing to be consuming. How about some coconut, right? So there's different ways you can do coconut oil, coconut butter, or this is, you know, coconut manna, which is the same thing as coconut butter, coconut flakes, coconut milk, right? A lot of different things, but getting coconut fats, that's a really good saturated fat, also rich in MCTs, although not as concentrated in MCTs as your concentrated MCT oil. It still does have some of these medium chain triglycerides which turn into ketones in your bloodstream, and those ketones are a great fuel source for your brain. So coconut fats, a great one for overall brain health. And then grass-fed animal products, grass-fed beef. So this is the beef tallow. This is fat from grass-fed beef, very rich in conjugated linoleic acid, has got a lot of nutrients, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K, vitamin K2, a lot of really, really good stuff that's in there that supports brain function, immune health. So good. Stearic acid is one of the best fats actually as a fuel source for your heart, helps reduce inflammation in your body. Saturated fats have gotten a really bad rap. They're actually very anti-inflammatory for your body, particularly stearic acid, which is a type of fat you're going to find a lot in beef tallow. This also has medium chain fats as well. So really good stuff there. And just eating grass-fed steaks or grass-fed ground beef, things like that. You can also get things like the Paleo Valley meat sticks that I talk about a lot because I love these. And these are basically 100% grass-fed beef. They've got a whole bunch of different herbs and probiotics in there. Great snack food. My kids love them. Easy to consume. You don't have to do any preparation for them. And a great way to get grass-fed beef. And grass-fed beef, the tallow doesn't have vitamin B12. It doesn't have zinc, which are critical for brain function. But the actual meat does, right? This has the B12. It has B6 in it. It also has zinc, all really critical for brain health, right? So We want to make sure we're getting some good, high quality grass-fed beef into our diet on a regular basis. So key for good overall brain health. And then coffee. I know you guys would love this one right here. And this is actually the Sigmatic coffee, which I really like because this also has lion's mane. This one in particular has lion's mane, chaga extract, and these are medicinal. These are basically adaptogenic mushrooms. Lion's mane and chaga, really, really great for brain function. Lion's mane has been shown to increase neurotropic growth factor, right? BDNF in your brain, which is like miracle growth for your brain. It helps link complex patterns in your brain to help you have better recall, be able to think sharper and quicker. Coffee itself is actually really good for the brain when consumed in moderation, in the right dosage. For some people, they can't tolerate coffee. For other people, they can do great, and they do great on 1 to 2 cups. Other people can do great maybe up to 3 cups. I don't recommend more than that on a daily basis, but spreading that out, caffeine out, and getting it mycotoxin free from ideally an organic source, and then combining it with some of these adaptogens. This also has rhodiola in there as well, which is a powerful adaptogen, great for overall brain health, energy, mental performance. So I love the Sigmatic, so great one to be able to check out. We'll have a link in the show notes. This is just an instant coffee, but they also have ground coffee, you know, all the different ways that you might like it, the beans, that you can actually utilize to get these adaptogens into your system, along with getting, you know, your beloved coffee into your body. And you know, if you don't want to do the coffee, that's totally fine too. If you don't thrive on it, that's totally fine. You can actually, they have teas too. They can get a chaga tea, lion's mane, different things like that. So you can use some of the herbal teas. Green tea is a great one as well for brain health. Green tea is great for that. So that's another good one to use. And then dark chocolate. So dark chocolate is rich in theobromide. It's rich in PEAs, which helps stimulate phenylalanines, which helps stimulate the production of dopamine, endorphins, which help you feel good. So it helps regulate some of your neurotransmitters, helps you feel good, can help you feel motivated, excited. Also a good source of magnesium as well that's in the dark chocolate. So really good for the brain. You know, don't overconsume it. Consume just the right amount for you. Consume it unsweetened or the minimal amount of sugar possible. Like this one is 85% dark. So you want the minimal amount of sugar possible. So you're just getting really the raw cacao or the chocolate that's in there to support brain health. Great for blood flow, getting more oxygen delivery up into the brain. So having a small amount of that can be really helpful. And then my top 2 supplements for brain health. One is Keto Brain. This is your concentrated MCT. Turns immediately, it's a C8 only MCT oil. The benefit of a C8 only MCT oil is it turns right into ketones, which are a great energy source for your brain. So that helps prevent against hypoglycemia, prevents cravings. It significantly reduces cravings, gives you more satiety, so you can go longer periods of time without food, and helps you think sharper and quicker and reduces inflammation in the brain. So basically you just take a teaspoon, put that with each meal, or you can just kind of take it straight up with your meals, and that will naturally reduce cravings, improve satiety, improve fat burning, and help improve overall mental clarity and brain function. So Keto Brain. And then the other one is, you know, probably the most important foundational deficiency that's affecting brain health, and that's magnesium. Over 90% of our society is deficient in magnesium. And magnesium, our body uses magnesium like a car uses oil, right? So we're constantly utilizing it and going through it. So it's super important that we're getting magnesium, supporting our body with magnesium. So Brain Calm Magnesium really helps with that. This is the magnesium L-threonate, which is a type of magnesium that helps cross the blood-brain barrier. Has the most research on crossing the blood-brain barrier, reducing stress hormones, improving your ability to think sharply and quickly, improving your ability to be calm, not anxious, not irritable, and being able to relax and sleep well at night. This also has another form of magnesium called magnesium glycinate, which is great for heart health, great for reducing tightness in your muscles, right? So helping relax your muscles, helping support good gut health. So really great one to be utilizing. So magnesium, Keto Brain, great things for brain health. We talked about some great foods. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of this video. Start utilizing these foods if you're not already. Would love to hear your questions, your comments below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, now is the time to do that, and hit the bell button. That way you get notified whenever I put up a new video, so you never miss one of these important trainings Thanks so much for doing that. Thank you for being in our community, and we'll see you in a future video. Be blessed.